Fighter to the ring, representing the Astana Arlans, Somat Bashenov. And now, let's welcome his opponent to the ring, representing your USA Knockouts, Joaquin Chico Chavez.
Okay, this is going to be an interesting matchup from the fact that we don't know a lot about either fighter. The Arlans, like I said, just to make this team, there he is. That's Bashenov. He's a southpaw from Kazakhstan. He's ranked number 3 in this series, and there's a lot of fighters in this series. 257 boxers in this division, ranked number 3. Now, Joaquin Chavez has started as a professional with a 1-5-2 record, and he is a local kid, and he's stepping into deep water tonight, taking on a guy of the international quality. So he, no sense in messing around. He's going to have a tough challenge tonight as we get set for more announcements from Michael Vale.
Let's get the action started. This bout is in the lightweight division and is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing the gold trunks with black trim. Official weight, 133 3/4 pounds. He has a World Series of Boxing record of 3 wins, just 1 loss. From Kazakhstan, please welcome Somat Bashenov. And now let's welcome his opponent across the ring in the red corner. He's wearing the red trunks with white trim. Official weight, 136 1/2 pounds. He has an amateur record of 1 win, 5 losses, and 2 draws. From Commerce, California, let's welcome Joaquin Chico Chavez. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this bout are Max DeLuca, Marty Denkin, and Mike Gallagher. And the referee in charge of the action, Jack Reese.
Listen, obey my commands at all time, protect yourself at all time. Rock, these are a little bit high, so I'm gonna let them work in here. Good luck. Back to your corner.
Jack Reese is your referee. You're scheduled for 5 rounds. I did see some tape on Bashenov, Joe, and he can go to the body. He's a banger. He doesn't care much to throw a jab. I can tell you that right now. He's got a young man in here. You've had young fighters. This kid is a local, and he hasn't been in against any kind of amateur record. So this is just a look and see what's going to happen here. Joaquin Chavez in the red trunks. I guess it's an opportunity. We'll see. He'll be patient, I'm sure, because he has no idea what he's in against.
And that's what I like about Bashenov already. It's a 5-round fight. He came out. He's nice and relaxed. He landed a couple of good jabs already. Now, Chavez started a couple of punches. Didn't look like they had a lot of steam on them, and they fell short. So right now, I kind of like the poise of Bashenov.
Chavez considers this a big opportunity. He said he's been, just trying to take paydays, fighting some pro fights, and those paydays aren't all that good. So if you're going to get serious about what you want to do, you try to step into this league and make the most of it and try to catch some lightning in a bottle. But he's in against a guy who's well-known in Kazakhstan, has fought in the national championships twice, won a bronze, won a silver. And he's at the top of the level when it comes to Kazakhstan and these fighters and this program they've developed in Astana. You were talking about how they train over there. I was at the World Championships, and it was morning, noon, and night they were out.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
they didn't stop even though they were fighting.
No, they eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff. I get it. And Chavez landed a decent left hook there. It was a little slappy, but he landed. And he's been the aggressor so far. And, Bashenov has been like I said, patient. He's not really landing anything significant. Chavez landed a nice little counter left hook and a good jab there. So right now, Chavez is kind of taking the lead here.
You can hear the locals pulling for their kid here from Southern California. Great opportunity for Chavez here. It'd just be a tremendous, unbelievable upset because Bashanov has such tremendous world credentials.
Yeah. Bashanov is probably sizing him up, this first round here. And I think once he figures him out a little bit like that, he's going to start throwing some ripping shots. So if not this round, next round for sure. See, he just kind of blocked a couple. He's feeling the kid out, feeling his rhythm, seeing where he's coming from, and then he'll start making his move in a minute.
I got to give Chavez credit for aggressiveness. He's throwing some good punches, landed a little bit of a left hook right there. Oh, he just caught him with a right hand.
Yep.
Bashanov picking him off there right at the end there. That's what I told you, but I watched tape on him. He's got a big right hand. He loves it. And he just doesn't. It's about Joe, you're one of the best trainers in the world. I mean, I watched some tape on him. He never uses a jab, and I guess he doesn't really have to. It depends on your competition. Another right hand right there. He's going to help throw that right all day long.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're right about Bashanov throwing that right hand, except what's happened 2 or 3 times already is Chavez has countered him with the left hook every time. Now, they haven't been hard, but what's happening is Bashanov throwing the right hand, bringing his hand back, but he's not moving his head. So he's right there for the counter left hook. Doesn't look like Chavez got really, really big power, but they're scoring points.
We're going to take a look at that right hand that I was talking about from Bashanov.
Okay, here we go.
There's one, yeah.
Now he tried the counter left uppercut.
Yeah.
And he now threw the counter hook. So it was a double right hand for Bashanov, double left hook. There's the lead right hand. This is just the opposite angle. There's that double right hand. And the left hook barely grazed him. But you can see what happens. Off the right hand, Chavez wants to hook.
Round number 2, Bashanov's in the gold trunks with the black trim. Chavez fighting for the USA Knockouts tonight. His debut at any level of competition, basically, on this type of stage. A big opportunity for him. It's a matter of how long he can hang in there, because he's taking. Oh, he just did a good counter right there, Joe.
Well, that's right. They both landed shots there, but Chavez landed the better right hand towards the end. So, Chavez is here to win it tonight. You can tell that he understands who he's in front of, but it's not intimidating. Good lead right hand.
Lead right hand.
Bashanov there. And you're right. You don't see any jabs. You did your homework, Al.
Yeah, well,
right when I say that, he throws 2 jabs.
He throws a jab, a couple of jabs. But he just doesn't. Of course, it depends on what tape I can get a hold of from Kazakhstan. There's a good job from Chavez right there, and he's trying to move in and clean up. Bashanov got out of there.
Great jab by Bashanov right there. Really stopped Chavez in his tracks and followed up with a good right hand. Got a little swelling over the left eyebrow of Chavez right here from those right hands. So there's got to be some knuckles coming through those gloves. Now those gloves are not what we're used to seeing out here in California, but they look a little bit more padded than, let's say, the Mexican gloves, the Reyes, which will lump you up a lot more easily than this type of glove.
Excellent point. You're using different types of gloves in this league competition. More padded.
Well, I'll tell you, every time Bashanov, it looks like he's going to start taking a lead here. Chavez comes right back and keeps himself in the fight by countering. So it's a pretty much of a back and forth game here right now, with Chavez being a little bit busier with his hands.
Yeah, they didn't show Chavez this young man's resume coming in. Chavez has got good instincts in there. I don't think he's making a lot of mistakes. We're just sizing him up. It's only a couple of rounds that Joe and I have seen this fighter. There's a good left hand he just ate. Now Bashanov's starting to mix up his punches a little bit more. The first round was all right hand. He's just a real cool, calm customer in there.
You see that expression on his face as he backs off like another day at the office. Takes a deep breath, pulls up his waistline there, and gets back to work. But you can tell he's got heavy hands. He's already you know, lumping up Chavez's face. It's a little red right now. He's just not very active.
There's a nice right hand again from Bashinov. And I think he's gonna, you see it just in the second round, but he's gonna try to chop Chavez down a little bit, being patient with the experience that he has, and the confidence, obviously, is working for Bashinov. Well, it's all, you know, it's not easy to get tape from Kazakhstan on these guys, by the way, Joe.
No, I wouldn't imagine.
But I just saw more skills being displayed. Depends on who was fighting that I saw, but Bashinov really came out with a different arsenal. There's a jab working really well and picking his spots and his patience in that round.
Yeah, look, I got to tell you, I think Chavez might be the most surprised guys that he is in this fight right now. We're going into the third round here, and I don't know. I don't have Bashinov running away with this fight. Do you?
No.
Of course, I don't want to make any more predictions.
No, not after the first one. Round number 3 in the lightweight division. We have 5 divisions to repeat once again in the World Series of Boxing. We'll have the middleweights, light heavies, and heavies coming up. It's been a good showing for the young man in the red trunks, Chavez, who's a Southern California product. Probably the best competition he's ever faced. Bashinov's faced everybody you can imagine throughout the amateur ranks in his career, and he's on a very elite team, the Arlans, who haven't been defeated this season. They're up 1-0 tonight after winning the bantamweight fight. So we'll see what Bashinov puts together here.
Well, Bashinov put together a couple of solid jabs right off the bat when he came out this round, and just like that one, and he's landed a few solid right hands. He's really got the feel of Chavez now. He's starting to move in on him and deflect his punches by using his shoulders and forearms. I think he's looking for a big punch against Chavez now. I think he thinks he's got his number now. So let's see if he steps it up this round with some bigger punches.
Yeah, he seems very confident, standing tall right in front of Chavez and looking to get the range. I think he's found his range. He knows what Chavez has. And in these 5-round fights, you have to figure it out pretty quickly. Chavez just doesn't have a lot behind his jab working there. He's trying to find the range, but Bashinov doing a good job of staying out of harm's way.
Yeah, Bashinov is really good at knocking down the jab with his right hand. He's knocking down the left jab of Chavez pretty well, so it's really stopping him. That's called a parry, and you parry somebody's jab just like that. So he's parrying the jab of Chavez, and he's trying to look for a counter off of that.
That's a good right hand. Chavez ate that one pretty good, but that hurt him. Chavez got hurt right there.
But Chavez came back with that good counter hook too, Al. So I mean, you know, he may be getting cracked pretty good, but it's not stopping him from trying to win. Good overhand right by Chavez. He's not being you know, discouraged by Akhunov, and you can by Bashinov.
Yeah, he keeps coming forward.
He's certainly pressing the issue.
That right hand. Oh, good uppercut right there. And we got a welt over the left eye of Chavez from those punches.
You're right. You called the right uppercut, and you were exactly right. But guess what happened? He got countered with a left hook by Chavez as well. And that seems to be the little chess game they're playing. You throw a right, I'll counter with a left.
Oh, another right hand got in there. Then here came the counter right there,
exactly.
Joe. Just as you said, he counters back with that left hand. That's been his most effective weapon. We're winding down to round 3 now. Well, he's showing a little wear and tear on Chavez now.
Yeah, the heavier-handed guy certainly looks like Bashinov, but and I think he's starting to steamroll a little bit over Chavez, but I got to give Chavez a lot of credit. And the commissioners, as usual, taking their spots in the corner, keeping an eye on what's going on. And of course, the great referee, who is off screen right now, Jack Reese, Captain Jack Reese, he was captain of the fire department out here in Los Angeles. Tremendous referee, refereed a lot of championship fights, a couple I've been in. There you see him in the background. There was a nice little jab. Here's that right hand counter. See, Bashanov just stepped over to his right a little bit and came back with a right cross. That was one of his nicest moves of the night.
Chavez is going to try to pick up the pace here in round number 4. That's Joaquin Chavez in the red trunks taking on Samat Bashinov in the gold trunks from the Astana Arlans.
Chavez really came out throwing some hard stuff. He came out through a left uppercut that Bashanov caught, but then he came and tried to throw that looping right hand. He's really taken the initiative here. He wants to win this fight.
Yeah, he's been in there the whole time. I mean, he's gotten dinged up pretty good. He's got a little welt over his left eye. That was a good body shot there from Bashanov downstairs that could be very effective if he had decided to go that way early. Now, this is going to be a test of Bashanov's skill also to say, you know, this kid is still in front of me. He's risen to the challenge. Now, what do I have to counter? And let me show what I can do. Because Chavez is certainly presenting him with opportunities.
And Chavez just landed a couple nice jabs off of Bashanov's nose, which is nice and red right now, but a great counter by Bashanov.
Chavez keeps moving forward, trying to put the pressure on. Southern California product.
That was a good left uppercut right hand by Bashanov. He's starting to really assert himself here a little bit, even though Chavez is being busy and aggressive. Yeah. but Bashanov is landing good, solid punches like that lead right hand he just threw.
He's being more of a sniper. He's landing the more hard, effective punches, picking his spots. Chavez is presenting him with some opportunities. Lead right, that was a good one.
I'll tell you, I love the enthusiasm of these teams. I love this team concept. Great right hand by Chavez. I love the team concept here. I love the whole idea behind the WSBL, don't you?
Yeah, they all support each other very well. They travel the world and live with each other. And this Arlans team's been together. I've seen the same fighters for 3 years, and it's quite a story over there. The young fighters coming along, they want to be a part of the Arlans.
Well, I love the concept of it. Regardless, you know, I've been in the professional game for many decades, but I got to tell you, this is something that I think its time has come. I really enjoyed it. And of course, you know, we love team sports. We love baseball, football, basketball. Why not boxing?
It's been talked about a long time, and you can see the results for a team that has such great support and training from a tiny country like Kazakhstan. It really means the world to those guys. The whole country is behind them. They have tremendous support. And then we've got a tough kid here from Southern California who's trying to hang in there as best he can as we close out round number 4. He's still there. I got to give Chavez credit, Joe. He's taking some solid shots, and he keeps coming. I mean, there's a kid we've never seen and wouldn't have had a chance to see. You think he's got some skills?
Well, he's 5-2. He's won, right? That's what you said. 5-2 as a professional. So we know that he's won the majority of his fights. He's lost a couple to whom we don't know, and that's the thing. He may have, who knows, he may have won the fights and not getting the decision. Those things do happen. But the bottom line is he's a talented kid, and I like him.
There's his grandfather in there. He's probably what got him started in boxing, right?
Probably had a few fights himself in the old days. Here we go. Here they both landed left hooks, and then Chavez came out with that right hand we talked about. The left hook went behind the head, but it goes to show you Chavez is accurate, and he's had his moments in this fight. Lots of them.
All right, it's the 5th and final round here. And after the grandfather got in his ear in the corner, Chavez is going to come out and try to put some pressure on. We heard that the grandfather's the one that the kid was fighting in the streets, so he took him to the gym to get him off the streets. It's a story we hear quite often. And a great opportunity here for Chavez to really show something in this 5th round if he can. Bashinov has had to be very cautious with this young fighter. I think he's racked up enough rounds, Bashinov now, but he's going to have to accept the challenge that Chavez is bringing him in this 5th round. I mean, he just can't lay back and run.
I will tell you this, Chavez has been the aggressor the whole fight. I like that.
Ooh,
you
that's
got to
a big
remember,
rip.
in California, they really reward you. The judges reward you for pressure.
Good point.
It's one of the main criteria for scoring a fight is who is the aggressor, and Chavez has been all night.
Bashinov just went back to his bread and butter, that right hand, that stinging right hand, I call it. He just dug in a left hook to the body. Chavez really reacting when his grandfather charged him in the corner over there to go out and get him, and he's trying as best he can. He's just a very internationally seasoned fighter and a tough customer in Bashinov. But look at this aggression. You got to give it to him, as Joe pointed out. Judges love this. He could be winning this 5th round. Jack Reese looking in on a, all right, accidental headbutt. And you're going to get that. See a little blood. Now you see the veteran, Bashinov, a little holding with that right hand.
Well, Bashinov will look to Jack Reese, the referee, because on the inside, Chavez is doing stuff like that. And, you know, that's a tactic that we use out here. And a lot of the Eastern European guys don't see that very often. So
no, they don't.
It's a roughhouse tactic.
This is a very tough fight here in the 5th round. About a minute left in this fight, and the energy certainly picked up between these two.
Nice right uppercut by Bashinov.
Ooh, there's another one
by Chavez.
All kinds of punches being thrown in this 5th and final round from every angle. Oh, that's a stinging uppercut right there. Bashinov pulling out everything he has. Chavez decided, I'm going to win or lose it with everything I got in this round, and Bashinov rising to the challenge here in the final minute, landing some hard shots. You can see Chavez is gassed a little bit here.
You got to remember, Chavez got a little wobble on that uppercut, and just one good wobble like that can win you around, even if you're losing it, Al. So keep that in mind. He landed the big, hard shot right there towards the end of the fight.
Great action here, round number 5 in the lightweight division as we wind it down now. Who will get the decision? We'll have to see.
That was an excellent fight.
That was a great fight in the final round that we saw. You know what I saw there from Bashinov is that he has a lot more than Chavez brought out the best in him tonight. From the 4 fights I've seen with him, that was the best he looked, because he had to. He had to do different things. He wasn't going to be able to just go out there, Joe, and just throw that right hand all night and to get his guy out of there.
And conversely, I think Bashinov may have brought out the best in Chavez as well.
And he learned a lot. It was an interesting fight.
You going to go out on a limb?
Me?
Yeah.
After that first fight?
I'm a little gun shy right now. I'm going to go with Bashinov in that fight. He just looked like he controlled the pace at his.
It could be
desire.
close. It could be 48-47 on a couple of cards.
Yeah.
It could be. They might have given Chavez. It might have given Chavez that last round, or maybe one of the early rounds. I wouldn't be surprised at 3-2 unanimous decision across the board. But
you're usually not wrong.
Let's walk. Let's take. Let the great Joe Goosen take you through what we saw tonight.
Hand, but see a double right hand looking for the counter. That's the one, the body shot you two talked about, and there was that good right uppercut, the first one of the round. There's another double right hand. A couple good jabs there. Yeah, Bashinov is really landing solid punches this round here, just like that. I think he landed the good hard punches this round. He was doing that at will in this 5th round here, and I think he lands another good right uppercut somewhere along the line here.
Well, look how accurate he is when he comes straight in, and he's really in control of his punches, and there it is right there.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's the one
that buckled.
Yeah,
See,
that one
that's what I'm talking about. When you
he didn't see that one coming.
No, when you buckle a guy like that, though, that wins you the round.
Yep.
Just one punch, even if you were losing the round. So you got to give Bashinov that last round.
Yeah, that one was.
Well as a few
he just came. That punch came from a different angle that Chavez hadn't seen, and that's what great fighters do. They adjust. And by the 5th round, Bashinov, he was very cool and calm first round. He won the round. He outpointed him, and then Chavez, to his credit, kept coming and kept coming. And we got to see more of this kid Bashinov than we've seen before. 25 years old, fighting for the Wolves from Astana. ranked number 3 in this division, and that's saying a lot. There's 257 boxers in the World Series of Boxing from 39 different countries. Let's send it up to Michael Vale and see what he's got.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Both judges, Max DeLuca and Mike Gallagher, scored about 49-46, and Judge Marty Denkin scores about 48-47. For your winner by unanimous decision, Somat Bashenov.
Do we have some 48-47s in there?
Yeah, 48-46. But you know what? Look, that was the right call.
That was the right call, definitely. It was a decision. He did everything right. He was in command of the fight, but I'd like to see Chavez again, see how he develops, see what kind of training he gets. Good Southern California product. Obviously, he's probably a good story. His grandfather got him into boxing. It's a tough world, as Joe Gushin can tell you, though, this world to boxing to make your name. It's few and far between to rise to greatness. And